Welcome back to the weekly recap. We're here every single Monday. My name's Spencer Pattison. This is Jack Jones, and we're excited. It was such an eventful weekend in sports, Jack.
We finally had a couple of these sports start up that we've been waiting all year long, and we'll get to that in just 1 second.
You know what, Jack? Let's get into it right now. Softball finally started. The season's underway. Super exciting stuff we've been waiting for so long. Well, the ladies, they played 6 games this weekend in the Concordia Kickoff Classic. They ended up losing the first 2, one against the number 11 team in the country, Cal State San Marcos, and the other against Biola University on their nice trip to California. I sure wish I was in California right now. I'm getting a little sick of the snow, to be honest with you.
Me too.
But the next 4 games, they went on a 4-game winning streak. Hawaii Pacific, San Francisco State, Chico State, and the University of Hawaii at Hilo. That's 4 big wins, and 4 wins? That makes for 4 high fives, Jack. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's talk about a few of the ladies that really showed out over the weekend. Kenzie Middleton. She had 21 at-bats over the weekend, most on the team. And in those 21 at-bats, she had 12 hits, 6 runs, 5 RBIs, and she's also 3rd in the RMAC in batting average with a .571.
Wow, what a weekend.
Starting out the season hot. But guess what? There's another Middleton that we're going to be talking about, Kayla Middleton. She also had a great weekend. She got the first and only home run for the Cougars over the weekend, and it came against Chico State. So shout out to those ladies. They play so hard, and I still can't tell which one's which. Next up for the Cougars, they're going to take a 45-minute trip north from Irvine to Azusa, where they will be taking on Azusa Pacific February 7th, otherwise known as Tuesday. Then it's back to Irvine Thursday and Saturday, where they'll take on Northwest Nazarene twice, and then the number 19 team in the country, Concordia University, twice. So those are going to be big games. Excited to watch them. Excited to check out those live stats presented by, I'm assuming, Joel Asher. I don't know if he'll still be there, but shout out to Joel, the SID. He's awesome. He does a great job. But you're wondering, they're going to be in California for a while. When is that first home game going to be? Well, February 18th. I have good news for you. They're playing Chadron State at the All-Star Park. Can't make it? Well, some more good news. February 19th, they also are playing Chadron State, 2 back-to-back double headers. Make sure you be there or
be square. Now, we'll get into the baseball team, who also just started up this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
The baseball team was in Florida, so, different coasts, but both in warm places. Wish I was in either of them. I'm in neither, but that's all right. They played 2 games over the weekend. They were supposed to play 3, but one of them got canceled for the rain. There's no plans to reschedule. They were supposed to play Barry University. We'll keep you updated on that next week. But in the first game, they were down 11-19 against Lynn University going into the 9th inning. Let me set the scene for you. And at the top of the 9th, they rallied, and they got all the way to 20 runs, scoring 9 runs in the 9th to take the lead. But in the bottom of the 9th, Lynn scored 1 run to tie up the game, and they called the game after that. They called it a tie because it got too dark. There must have been no lights. But that is all right. A 20-20 tie, which is kind of ridiculous. In the second game, they beat the number 22 team in the country, Nova Southeastern, in a close game, 7-6. Let's get a high five for that one.
Hey, they're number 22 in the country.
Hey, the 27 runs in 2 games, that's ridiculous. One more high five for that. I mean, we could do 27 high fives, but I think that'd be a little too much. But let's shout out a couple of these baseball players. First, Cade Carney. He had 5 hits and 8 at-bats, which puts him number 1 in the RMAC for batting average, hitting .625. Then Gabe Ramos, he had 5 hits and 9 at-bats, which puts him 3rd in the RMAC for batting average, hitting .556. And he also has the first and only home run for the Cougars. Next up, they travel to Durant, Oklahoma to play Southeastern Oklahoma State. They don't play at home until March 10th. First Colorado School of Mines, but be there.
Or be square. Now, let's shift it back to our roots, back to what we started with basketball. Let's start with some women's basketball. They played 2 games over the weekend. In the first game, they traveled to Chadron, Nebraska. They played Chadron State. They ended up getting their first road win in a thrilling way.
Let's go, ladies!
Oh, yeah. 2 words. Maggie Phipps. She hit the game-winning buzzer-beater 3. Electric. I mean, everybody on the team was going crazy. Even the men's team was going crazy right before their game. They were running around the court, having so much fun. It was a great, fun game to watch. But, Jack, how many points come from a three-pointer?
3.
I think that calls for 3 high fives.
Woo!
Lots of high fives in this one. It feels good. In the second game, they played Western Colorado in the CCU Event Center, and they won 68-56. In that game, the Cougars absolutely dominated. Almost every player that touched the court played amazing. But shout out to Maggie Phipps and Michaela Moore. They played outstanding defense against one of the best players in the RMAC in Emery Wagstaff. Those 2 really got it done for the Cougars, honestly, in my opinion. That's what really certified that win for them. But next weekend, so this weekend actually, they play Friday night against CSU Pueblo, and then Saturday night they play at New Mexico Highlands. The Cougars are 10th in the RMAC right now. You have to be top 8 to make it into that RMAC tournament. They're 10-12 overall, 6-10 in the RMAC, and if they beat CSU Pueblo, they overtake them in that spot, so they move up to 9th, potentially 8th, we'll see. But they have the advantage over CSU Pueblo if they get that win Friday night. So Cougs, keep playing hard, keep getting some road wins, go on a nice little road winning streak. It'll be fun.
2 wins this weekend could be huge for the Lady Cougs. So let's go, Lady Cougs. Win on your road trip this weekend. But for now, we're going to take a look at the men's basketball team. They are 9-13 overall, 5-11 in the RMAC. They also played 2 games this weekend against the same 2 teams. First, they played Chadron State and unfortunately lost 88-76. But some guys balled out. I mean, they had a good game, just a tough loss. Isaiah Alonso, 19 points, 5 rebounds. He was the scoring leader in that game. DJ McDonald had 17 points, 6 assists, and with another 17-point game, Jason Gallant. The Cougars played great, but, like I said, Chadron State just had an amazing game. They were unstoppable. They're on a 6-game win streak. So just the wrong time to play Chadron State, but that's all right, because next they played Western Colorado at home, and they won 94-81.
Oh, yeah.
A huge win for the Cougs. They out-rebounded the Mountaineers 37-23. DJ McDonald had 27 points and 4 assists in that game, and Jason Gallant had 22 points, 8 rebounds, and they combined for 49 points.
So huge.
That is ridiculous. Next up, they'll be taking on those same 2 teams on the same road trip, CSU Pueblo and New Mexico Highlands. They lost to both teams earlier this season, so they're looking for a little bit of a revenge game.
Oh, yeah, that'll be pretty exciting. Jack, I'm noticing a trend on Saturday. Let me know.
There was something about every game. Let's see. The women's softball team won 2 games.
They won 2.
The men's baseball team won 1.
1.
The women's basketball team won 1. And then the men's basketball team won 1. And I don't think anybody lost.
Nope, nobody lost.
The Cougars went 5-0 on Saturday. Let's go. 5 high fives.
Oh, yeah, big time. Super excited for the rest of all these seasons. It's going to be a good spring as it gets warmer in Colorado. Thank goodness. But what's coming up for CCU Athletics? Thankfully, we don't have to talk about softball and baseball in this part of the weekly recap like we've been doing for the past few weeks. But first of all, men's and women's track and field. Indoor track and field will be competing in Pittsburgh, Kansas on February 10th for the 8th annual Indoor Gorilla Classic. So root those men and women on as they travel to Kansas February 10th. But a sport we've only talked about once on this show before. The men's golf starts up March 4th in Boulder City, Nevada. I'm excited for golf.
I'm excited for golf too. CCU is one of the best D2 golf schools in Colorado and kind of in the nation. They have a lot of RMAC champions and different types of things like that. So I'm excited for golf. For sure.
Yeah. And then women's golf starts back up 2 days after that, March 6th in San Diego, California. Man, why are they all going to the warm places? I could really use that.
I know. Send us with them.
Well, I appreciate everybody for sticking around every single Monday and watching this weekly recap. Again, I'm Spencer Pattison, joined by Jack Jones. We always have so much fun. Make sure you give your partner, whoever you're with, a high five. We'll see you next time.